earlier we have discussed about making an inventory. There are systems that are being used by different companies to make the list of the items that come in and out their warehouse, their production, their manufacturing, or their plants. Now, usually, ang makikita natin sa Excel pa rin ang ginagamit nila. Manual. So, knowledge with manual, like Excel, ginagawa na nila yun. Ginagawa na lang ng formula. Kasi mas mura. That's like a paid, that's a free system, no? Colette, anong ginagamit nyo for inventory? SAP?
For the warehouse, we have SAP.
Yes. May budget ang kasi mahal ang SAP.
Company.
Direct. Riza, kayo?
SAP din po.
SAP, yes. What about you, Henry? Anong ginagamit niyo dyan? For inventory or any system? Anong system na ginagamit niyo?
Sa amin na Oracle.
Oracle, yes. Oracle, madami ding system yan eh. It's may sa Dubai ang Oracle eh. May office sa Oracle. Nakita ko doon. Like you input the details, description of the product. Is it on stock? On stock ba siya or out of stock? Are we gonna order more? So nandoon. So the system should be there. Other companies ay manual. Rusty, kayo ba? Anong ginagamit niyo sa company niyo?
UXL Dynamic.
Is it helpful or specific siya sa mga construction? Ito pala si Rusty. Rusty is one of my top students as well. Diba, Rusty?
It's actually, sir, intended siya sa pang construction. Like Build Smart. Pero yung ERP na AUX, din siya sa sa manufacturing. Kapag may production.
So you get to list everything that comes in and out, tama?
Pag din siya, yung sa invoicing, sa procurement, sa finance, pwede rin siya sa production.
Yeah. It is being purchased and that may cost funds or money, no? Other companies, like yung mga startup companies that dealt with logistics and supply chain might use Excel. Anyway, one of our topics naman ay Excel, so we'll cover that. Order processing. Okay, basa, Henry.
Order processing. Order processing entails the system that an organization has getting orders from customers, taking on the status of orders and communicating to customers about them, and actually filling the order and making it available to the customer. Part of the order processing includes checking status, customer credit, invoicing, and accounts receivable.
Order processing includes checking inventory status, in stock or out of stock, customer credit, paid, unpaid, pending, deposited, run away. Walang status. Pinagbayad. Habulin. So, naka-experience dito ng hindi nabayaran na purchases, businesses. Raise your hand, mga naghahabol. Ganyan ha. So, para sa dahilan nila, ay wala na kasi din yung project, hindi na wala. Yung procurement tumakbo. Umuwi ng...
kami sir, hindi naghahabol. Kami ang inahabol. Kami hindi nagbabayad.
Ilang years spending, Rusty?
may mga unsettled invoice, 2019, 2018. So kapag ganun kasi, parang inaano na siya. Wala na, mga unclaimed. Tawag doon.
2022 na. So ang status, ano ang status? Unclaimed?
Unclaimed. So parang inaano na siya, parang kina-cancelled na siya sa system ng accounts.
Yes.
Lalo na kapag maliliit lang.
Oh.
Pero kapag mga 200,000, 300,000, ay habulin ka, magpa-file sila ng case sa'yo. Pero pag mga 15,000 lang, 20,000, eh kayang-kaya yan.
Na thank you. Na thank you.
Thank you. Ganun talaga kasi ang kalakaran, sir.
Na thank you. Next.
Opo.
So nanghihingi sila ng mga ano doon, no, deposit. It's business naman, di ba? We're building business. So manghihingi tayo ng check. Kailan po kaya yung check available? So procurement yan eh. When I work in construction, may date sila na sinet. Parang every Wednesday from 12 to 5 o'clock, doon lang sila pwedeng maningil or manghihingi ng resibo. Otherwise, hindi sila i-welcome. Kasi naging habit umagang-umaga sa reception, inaaway yung receptionist kasi hindi sila hinaharap ng procurement ng finance kasi sila ang nag-i-issue ng cheque. Kamusta naman yung umagang-umaga, di ba? Nakakarinig ka na nagsisigawan doon. Yung receptionist, puro mga babae, hindi naman nila din sakop yun. So sila yung frontliners doon. At lunchtime, magchichikahan niya na umiiyak sa ganyan. Hindi ko naman trabaho yun. Pero ako yung tumatanggap ng galit. Makes sense. Customer service, sila. Sa mga receptionist po natin yung mga tumatanggap ng gano'n. Order processing, invoicing, and accounts receivable. So we make sure. Yung others naman, di ba? Ay sige, ibigay natin sa kanito kasi maganda to, good customer. Marami silang projects. And they're continuous. Let the payment pending for the meantime. At least we get more projects with them. May mga ganong cases din. At least we get more projects. Next. Ito. Erie, can you read this for us? Demand forecasting.
Demand forecasting. Logistics usually becomes involved in forecasting in terms of how much should be ordered from its suppliers through purchasing and how much of finished product should be transported or held in each market that the organization serves. In some organizations, logistics may even plan production, thus logistics needs to be linked to both marketing and manufacturing forecasting and planning.
Demand. How much of finished product should be transported or held in each market organization. So kailangan may skill din pala kayo dito ng estimation. No? You try to estimate how much would be needed. We always do this, no? Tayo mismo in our daily lives, we try to do a forecast. Magkano kaya yung kailangan kong budget pag uwi ng Pilipinas? Pino-forecast na. Sino nakahuling uwi? Magkano kaya yung budget? 100,000? Magkano ang budget pa uwi, June?
Kulang yan.
Magkano ang iba forecast
Kulang
mo?
yan.
Actually, sir, we are planning to go home. Vacation this coming July 27. Ang kuha namin sa ticket is 2,900. One way.
One way?
One way.
Nakakuha na kayo, may client tayo, FI, ng mga mamurang ticket. It's supposed to be free. I mean, affordable. Yeah, please. Magkano ang budget? Forecast.
Nakuha na kami, sir. Ang bali, ang total na
Asset?
namin
Taas
is
ba yun?
7,000 dirhams
Wow.
for 3 passengers.
Mahal.
Okay.
Nagtaas talaga ngayon dahil sa petrol. Gasolina.
Actually, mura. May mga, tayo ngayon ha. May client kasi tayo, Brahero Travel and Tourism. Mga affordable ang tickets nila. Kahapon kasama ko siya sa meeting ng OWA. Kasi ang daming nire-require. Nanghihingi sila ngayon ng insurance. June, may insurance?
Yes po, meron kasama.
Yes. Anong insurance ang ipe-present mo?
Di ko alam kung ano kasi through agency kasi, sir.
Ilan na nag-arrange?
Meron na silang insurance talaga. Para mag-add ka lang ng ticket.
Correct. So may nire-require silang insurance. Pero just in case na nagka-COVID ka doon, may madadala ka. Pero ang OFW hospital, bisitahin nyo nga yun, June. Check nyo nga kung maganda sa Clark.
Pampanga ata yun eh. Oh.
Oo.
Pampanga.
OFW. Para sa atin lahat yun because we're
Bukas
all
na po ba?
OFW.
Bukas na po siya, no?
Bukas na. They're
Yes.
open. Yun na nga yung pinagmamalaki nila na project ng president natin para sa atin. Other countries won't have that kind of facilities and services para sa kanilang mga overseas workers. Unlike from the Philippines, they're giving back. May mga projects sila para sa atin. Magkano ang budget? Pag-uuwi, Michael, forecast.
300,000.
Forecast yun. And the
Yes.
actuality,
Sana all.
Kasi yung mga bilihin doon, pamasahe pa lang kung just in case.
ayan,
Gasolina,
grabe.
magkano? 70.
Per liter? 70 na
Per
po
liter, yeah.
Tapos hanggang kanto ka lang nun, no? Parang isang taon pa lang mapupunta.
Baka kalating buwan pa lang gusto mo nang bumalik.
That's true, alam mo. Because my province, if I would go, either Manila, Tarlac, tsaka Baguio. Kasi my brother lives in Tarlac and tsaka sa Baguio. So, Tarlac, Baguio ang balikan ko niyan. Friends would be in Manila. They would drive. Ang laging ano niyan, kapag magbabakasyon, kuya, ikaw mag-gasolina. Ang budget sa gasolina for the whole parang pwede bang ano na lang tayo mag-jeep na lang tayo kasi parang mas mura yung mapamura tayo kapag mamamasahe tayo.
Next week, tataas na naman sa atin.
Yes.
Plus 6 daw, plus 6 pesos ang diesel.
Matalain mo yun?
9 pesos ang ano ngayon, ang pamasahe sa public transport.
Dito din, ubod ng mahal.
Kaya yung mga car lift dito nag-aano sila, hindi sila bumababa. Ang Abu Dhabi to Dubai ko, they would charge me like 100
One way lang
sa
po yun.
mga
sir.
car lift, one way.
One way.
Sumur pa kayo sa Pilipinas, no?
Pero ano lang yun pag nagbabas ka, 25 lang.
Mas matagal nga lang.
Oo, matagal lang. Buti na 3 oras. Di ba kasama pila? Ay, kasama na yung pila mo. So that's demand forecasting. You try to forecast how much would be needed. Gaano karami yung like how much would you need when it comes to quantity in all aspects of the products. That's what you would need. Then we have purchasing. Read this for me. Henry.
Purchasing, the activity of acquiring goods to accomplish the goals of an organization. The major objectives of purchasing are to maintain the quality and value of a company's products, minimize cash tied up in inventory, maintain the flow of inputs to maintain the flow of outputs, and strengthen the organization's competitive position.
Competitive position. Yeah, that's true, no? Maintain quality, value of the company's products. Of course, when we purchase something, we want that the product that we will produce has a good quality. That will make us get more repeat customers or to have like a longer contract with them because we create contracts with business to business. We're a supplier of like Unilever would like to produce, we want to have all the supermarkets. We want to deliver all the supermarkets in UAE, all the Lulu. So we will create an agreement with them. We want we will give you the best amount of packages and deals. Sign a 1-year contract with us. And we will give you Unilever products. So that's for purchasing. We try to create contracts. Minimize cash tied up in inventory. We try to create our lists of the items that are available. We want to make sure that everything would be in stock or available when it's needed. But yeah, it's especially right now because everyone sanitary like hand washing, alcohol, sanitizer. There is an uprise need with this kind of products, sanitation, mask, tissues. So we want that when the need arises, we have available products. Maintain the flow of inputs and maintain flow of outputs. Inputs is when you acquire ingredients or raw materials for the production of the product that you will produce, which is the output. So we want that there will be continuous flow because there will be need, and you say for example, you're the company, you would be able to produce for your clients. Say for example, what are your needs here? Biryani, who eats biryani? Maganda yung rice nila, no? The rice that they
Basmati.
basmati that we would compare. Do you think basmati would be a rice choice in the Philippines?
Meron na rin, sir, sa mga supermarket.
What do
Meron na rin
you
sa
think
supermarket.
I think it's more affordable eh. Mas mura ang basmati rice sa atin because back in the Philippines would we prefer NFA. No, just kidding. Magkano bang bigas ngayon? Kilo ng bigas.
Depende.
32 ata ang NFA ngayon, 35.
Oo. Tapos may 40 something. Depende
Yeah.
sa sa beef quality.
Correct. Rusty was recently back in the Philippines. Rusty, magkano ang rice? How much is 1 kilo of rice?
May manabibili sa 40, 41, mga ganon.
Oh, 41.
So by next month, magiging 46 na siya kasi ayaw nang magbenta ng Thailand tsaka Vietnam.
Ang laki-laki ng land natin, no? Land area natin, no? We cannot produce our own.
Philippines is
rice.
agricultural country.
Kaso ginagawang subdivision.
Oh, yes! Yung rice field becomes now subdivision.
Yeah, especially sa Cavite. Kasi mostly subdivision na doon.
I remember
Kaya nga mga magsasaka galit na galit kay Cynthia Villar ngayon.
Yes.
Sabi ng mga magsasaka, maawa na kayo sa amin. Huwag niyong ilagay sa agriculture si Cynthia Villar.
Siya pa rin ang chairman.
Yeah.
Gagawing real estate lahat ng mga
yes, yung mga rice field natin, no? I don't eat rice. Me personally, I would prefer bread. Although, syempre, ang byproduct pa rin ng bread ay from wheat. So, wheat is coming from, tinatanim. But, that's a realization back home. Ang laki-laki ng, we have a huge land area for farming, and yet we are importing from our neighbor countries, like from Thailand. Like staple food kasi natin yan eh. That's our staple food, rice.
Na tayo nagturo sa kanila. Nag-develop sa kanila.
Why are the rice more expensive? Because the supply is not enough.
Maraming ayaw magtanim dahil ang taas na ng cost ngayon, so hindi na nila kakayanin. Kaya sabi sa forecast nila, maraming hindi magtatanim ng mga farmers. So magkakaroon daw ng 600 metric tons na kakulangan by the end of the year.
What's the solution? Kamote na lang ang kainin. Rice substitute.
Saging.
Kailangan ng farmers talaga ng subsidy. Kailangan nila ng subsidy.
Did you also see that yung by news like few months ago yung chicken substitute daw ay meat ng kuneho, rabbit meat. Have you tasted? Anyone have tasted rabbit meat?
No.
Not yet.
Malaki-
Not yet, pero sabi ng
malapit market
friends
yan
ko,
ngayon.
para daw chicken eh. Chicken, para daw lasang chicken meat.
Lahat naman nalalagyan ng seasoning, lasang chicken.
Unti-unti na siya na tatanggap ng mga Pilipino. So malaki na siyang market ngayon. At
Yeah.
madali siyang kumita. Lugar
Do you
lang
think it's a
talaga
good
na-
business? Kasi ay may option yung puro owa sinasabi ko because kahapon lang yun, it's very fresh with me. They are giving loans for businesses. Do you think it's a reasonable business, no? Rabbit meat sa Pilipinas.
Malaki ang market niya. Malaki.
Bulacan ata ang marami.
May rabbit meat na, no?
Oo, marami na. Sa Bulacan ata.
Unti-unti na siya tanggap. Kaya lang nakakalungkot. Katayin ang cute.
Nakakawa.
O nga, no? It's pa yung fur pa din siguro nila baka pwede din gawin another product. Strengthen the organization's competitive position when we try to make sure that we are outstanding supplier, we are outstanding provider for service for logistics services. Paano tayo magiging outstanding when we make sure that what we all have achieved, yung 5 R's natin, 5 rights. What are your 5 rights? Right?
Right. So,
Products,
products,
time, cost,
time, cost,
space.
Please. Okay. Yeah. So those are your right, no? Yung mga rights sa logistics. That's when we become competitive in the market. Material handling. Ito, pakibasa. Material handling. Carlo.
Material handling. Well, materials handling is a broad area that encompasses virtual all aspects of all movements of raw materials, work in process, or finished goods within a plant or warehouse. By carefully analyzing materials flow, materials management can save the organization significant amounts of money.
How do you think we can save money with proper material handling, Carlo? How can we save money with there? If we have handled the material with care, how do you think an organization can significant save money?
Maybe one of the factors is the time and for example how you process one product. You can save time and energy from the business itself.
Yeah, that's correct. No, we get to save money if we have ensure that the products are delivered in all the rights.
On time.
Correct. Packaging. How are we gonna pack an item depending on its type? No.
yes.
Riza.
Right. Packaging is valuable both as a form of advertising and for protection and storage from a logistical perspective. Packaging can convey important information to inform the customer. Artistically pleasing packaging also can attract the consumer's attention. Logistically, packaging provides protection during storage and transportation. Packaging can ease movement and storage by being properly designed for the warehouse configuration and materials handling.
Yes. It would depend. 1 second. Let me find an example here. You're familiar with bubble wrap, no? The one that
Yes.
protects the item.
Yeah.
As I told earlier, and then yung mga pallets so they're replacing it na the bubble wrap to protect the items inside because that's a waste. Logistics company is becoming and is like a number 1 producer of waste. Yung box. Ang item ganito kaliit. Ang box ganito kalaki. So, you understand that, no? Ang dami ng waste basura doon. Bago ka makakita sa cellphone, may may plastic. Kapag ng plastic, box.
Yung box.
Open mo yung box. May plastic
May
ulit
bubble wrap.
yun. May plastic ulit yun kasi yung screen. Yung mga items may plastic ulit yun. Well, it's to protect, di ba? It's to protect. But those are waste. Tama? So we're trying to lessen that. Although, there are, nakita ko like on YouTube, parang yung mga pallets, yung mga, hindi ba pallets yung items like a replacement for bubble wraps, parang biodegradable. So it's lesser. And the plastic bottles, no? These are waste as well. Wala namang recycling, may recycling company dito sa UAE. Do you think ano bang parang is it a priority? I don't see the high need of recycling dito sa UAE because this is a first world country. Sa Pilipinas, yung kinuwento ko sa inyo, di ba? Yung diaper, kapitbahay nyo na tinapon ngayon, pag bumaha, nasa tapat nyo na yan. Because yung basura nyo bumabalik. That's how, terrible waste are. Dito hindi naman yung walang baha dito. Nandun lang sila sa landfill. They get to put it there. Pero yung waste, how we, part of supply chain and logistics, how are we gonna lessen that? That's the challenge. How are we make the sustainability of the business because we are in logistics? Dubai Expo, sustainability, ano ba yun? Yung sa part ng sustainability pavilion ba yun? Sustainability something. Because they try to make use of materials that are recycled, materials that are hazard-free. So may mga ganong products. Kasi nga, ang supply chain ay producer ng waste. Anong action latest? Kita niyo yung bibilhin na yung plastic? Na-experience niyo ba yun ngayon? Pag namimili kayo, they would sell the plastic na.
Yes.
On
25
July.
fields ata,
They're going to
July 1.
start it on July.
Ito ngayon dito sa Lulu.
Meron.
Sa labas.
nag-start na.
Binibenta niyo na. Tinatanong na ako. Like,
0.25 fields dito.
25, 50 nga ata dito. Binibenta na nila. Ako personally naman, hindi naman malalaki din yung kaya bibili lang ako ng salad or anything. Ganun lang naman yun. I might as well just hold it, diba? Kaya malaki din naman yung bag ko. If I would have grocery, sa points kasi sa Carrefour, may point system yon. Nakukuha mo siya sa apps. Kapag ang ginagamit mo ay bag, parang 10 points, tapos redeemable siya. So, yun ang mga actions ng mga businesses to make it sustainable. Kasi nga, ang supply chain ay producer ng waste. 3 layers of packaging. Ito na siya. Primary packaging para maprotektahan ng Greenpeace. Secondary packaging, yung box. Transit packaging, when you tape it. Primary packaging is seen at the point of sale. It needs to contain and protect the food product as well as display and provide information. Nakita nyo ba yung there was a time parang may nakita ako sa Facebook na hindi na kailangan ng bottle, para siyang edible na lalagyanan ng tubig. Ano ba yun? Let me find it. Edible water, ito, blobs or balls. Ito. I'll show it to you. So inaano nila, kunyari, magkakaroon ng mga fun run. So ganito daw ang itsura. So edible siya. Wala kayong plastic, wala kayong waste. Di ba? Hindi pa ako nakakakita nandito. Pero I think this would be a good business, no? All right. Paano kaya ako nakakain din to? Iluto. Sa mga inventors natin dyan. Secondary packaging is the middle layer of the packaging. For example, for cardboard box with a number of identical products inside. Transit packaging is the outer container that allows easier handling during transfer between factory, distribution centers, and retailers. Kita nyo, di ba? Pag may dent, hindi nila nilalagay sa, kita mo yung mga lalagyanan ng canned goods. Hindi nila nilalagay sa display yung may mga UP-UP. They won't put those canned goods with dents. They would not display it. Pero sa sale, nilalagay na nila. But if I don't sale, I think you would see.
Yes, correct.
So, diba, like in the grocery, the first thing that you would see from the entrance of the groceries are the items that are on sale. Those items are either nearing their expiration, slow-moving items, and items that have so much stock. So they want it to be purchased. And I think that's ideal somehow because that's cheaper. When you get to groceries, I personally would go there. Like olive oil, you can get like a cheap olive oil there. Milk products, but you have to consume it like in 3 days. Products like that. Pasta, because they have overproduction. Would you see those? Those items, they would have expiration, but a shelf life, I think that's the term for that. But you won't, not necessarily that are expired. So ayun yung mga pinapadala sa box. Sabi sa box, sabi sa akin ng tita ko, wow, I sent like, I think there was pasta. Sabi niya, ang nick niya, sabi niya, well, parang expired naman na yung pasta na pinadala mo sa akin sa box. Iluto mo lang yan. Check mo pag sumakit yung ulo mo, expired na. Pero okay pa yan. Ganyan. So dito, nung niluto naman nila, okay pa rin daw naman. Maganda pa rin yung quality. They tried one, but the rest, they just parang pinatuka na lang ata nila sa manok or something. But yeah. Kasi tagal nga ng delivery. Pag mamimili ka doon, I think 2 months na lang pa-expire na sila or 1 month. And the rest, dahil nga sa mga cargos natin, medyo matagal ang delivery. O pagdating doon, yung date na-reach na. But it's for immediate consumption. Next, transit packaging materials. Ito na siya. Crates and pallets. Can you read this for me, Riza?
Crates and pallets. No matter what kind of product you need to move, crates and pallets are an important part of the shipping and packaging process. They act as secondary wrapping and keep the actual goods safe until they are delivered. Pallets keep packages raised off the surface they are sitting on, whether it is the ground or the bed of the delivery product or delivery truck. Keeping product off the ground keeps the packaging in good condition and protect against dirt and moisture.
Especially here, one of my students that works for like water, Al-Ain Waters, there's a requirement that they cannot store their products outside the warehouse kasi ang warehouse air conditioned yun, no? Otherwise, they would get regular checking from is it Baladia? I think it's Baladia that would check the quality of the products that they that they take care in the warehouse. So they make sure that it is not under the sun, especially here because the weather is unforgiving. Ang init kaya, di ba? Especially at this time. So you cannot put your products outside. We have to make sure that it's inside. Otherwise, because this is like a plastic, when this dissolves and it mixed with water, that's dangerous with our health. I mean, to our health. Kaya yung bottles, we don't recycle this. I mean, we don't reuse it. Are you aware of that?
Yes, there is a lid on that, sir.
Yes,
That
a
is,
label.
yeah, it will cause you early Alzheimer's.
Ah, yeah, because this is
Memory
plastic.
gap. Yeah. It's not good for the pregnant lady.
Yes, so we don't reuse them. Look at this, crates and pallets. This is how it looks like. Mainly,
excuse lang
this
po.
is. I'm sorry.
Excuse lang po saglit.
Sure.
Sige.
So this is for mainly to protect our products. Shrink wrap. Have you seen something like this? Look how much waste it is. I personally, because I grew up in Baguio City, it's plastic free, but there's a schedule for our waste there. Kailangan may pick up. Pag hindi mo na if you have not segregated non-biodegradable to biodegradable, they will not pick your waste. They will let it rot there until you segregate it. Look how much plastic is there. This is mainly to protect, but again, it's a waste. However, how do you think are we gonna make a resolution for this, Colette? How are we gonna? This is a problem. What do you think is the solution?
See, for example, this I don't know exactly what will be the solution for this because sa industry natin, for example, itong nasa image, loose packaging siya. So kung uniform yung pagka-pack ng items, so ma-avoid natin ang paggamit ng shrink wrap. Siguro yung ano na lang siya, taping and rope.
Yeah, that's
Pero ito kasi
loose. That's correct.
Loose
yes.
siya, so wala kang ibang solution para ma-protect yung hose.
To make it intact, no, that makes sense. True. Reuse. Do you think we can reuse the plastic? How are we gonna reuse it?
Sorry.
Recycle.
They recycle this plastic actually.
Some kasi yung cardboards I think there are companies that collects cardboards from supermarkets to recycle it. I have seen some trucks that are collecting from supermarkets. Vacuum packaging. Can you read this for me? June.
Vacuum packaging. Vacuum packaging is a great option for goods that need to be sealed, which makes it a preferred option for perishable foods. Their compact design also makes them popular for dehydrated goods or food intended for camping and backpacking trips. Vacuum wrapping eliminates oxygen from the packaged food, which keeps out bacteria, molds, and yeast.
It is to protect. You've seen something like this, right? Back in our dried goods. And then you see this.
Yes.
Have you seen something like this? Alam niyo ba yung nag-trend? Do you see those trending? It's scary to look at because it's in vacuum packaging. That protects the item from to degrade. But so we can preserve it because it's vacuum packaging from molds, moist. But look at how scary it is. Ako naman kumakain pa rin naman ako ng pork. But look at how it looks like. Ayan siya. Did you see that viral lady crying over a vacuum pork?
Kawawa naman kasi. Nakita ko siya sa Armenia in Georgia. Ganyan sila.
This is how it looks like. No? I might turn you to vegetarian. Baka after ng sessions natin, we're all vegetarians here. Okay, next. Preservation packaging. Preservation packaging includes both shrink wrapping and vacuum packaging, as well as other forms of packaging such as jar canning, aluminum cans, and other types of protective packages like egg cartons and milk jugs. These packaging materials have one goal: keep the product safe, protected, and fresh. Other type of preservation packaging material. Oh, I see this pala. I was in vacation. Yung feet, paa ng manok, like chicken feet.
Chicken feet.
Vacuum packaging siya. It was cooked.
Yeah.
And then it was vacuum packaging. It looks horrendous. I don't like to. It doesn't look good, but even that is in vacuum packaging. You know, Chinese products are they're trying to preservatives.
Yeah, in WeMart.
Yes, it's rich in preservatives because they want that the products can last for a long time. Do you consume those? I hope you lessen your consumption of products that have high preservatives. Maybe if you're in accounting, maybe once in a while, but that should not be like a daily, the daily, you know, food source. Okay. Shock mount pack 11. Okay. We have already finished 32 pages. We still have 30 pages of this material. Everyone got a copy of this, right?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Now I'll give you your homework. Page 12.
Page 12.
Yes, page 12. This is a
Supply distribution.
yes,
Supply distribution.
a research paper. I don't give exams like multiple choice and all that. I'm more on activities, yes, like essays or like interaction, interrelation, research, because I think that would have more understanding on your part, given that we are all adults here, adult learners. That type of examination is tedious. Mahirap mag-review. I finished my master's and this is the type of examinations that we do as well. Multiple choice is not my thing. So this is your illustration. I want you to interrelate, discuss, and define. Discuss, define. Look at the page now. That's page 12. Define, discuss, and interrelate. A minimum of 250 words. Bullet points or essay bullet points. And bullet points and in essay form. Send it in my email, hotmail.com. Subject of the email is basic logistics. And the name of the student, Drew is check your calendar. We might not have a, I'll check, okay. We might not have a class because next Sunday is Independence Day. Philippine Independence Day. Are you familiar with that holiday? Araw ng Kalayaan.
Yes, Araw ng Kalayaan.
Araw ng, wait, let me just